interesting.
Welcome back to Newcomers World Cup 2026. We're getting right into the swing of things with the first pick from Belgium B with a Nomad 1. Pretty brave pick, I have to say. It's a very dangerous pick for your first pick, especially with nerves, especially it being in the loser's bracket. But Esteban, what do you think so far about this pick? It seems to be going in their favor.
Honestly, I don't mind the pick, especially early on, because you need to get those nerves out. Consistency pick. So I think it is a fine choice, along with hidden one, DT1, all that does. It's just perfect to get the nerves out.
Yeah, I get that. Those consistency picks can kind of you miss in the middle, you miss at the beginning. It's enough to get you shaking out your nerves really early into the match. And for Belgium B, it seems like it's working out well for them. Like, we're going into the last quarter of the map, and they have a 270, almost 300k score lead. All of them seem to be holding very good combos. There was an early break from Bonjour, but they've got a great recovery combo, and they seem to be holding their accuracy. Another miss towards the end, but it shouldn't matter much.
Yeah, no. It should matter to the two FCs that are on the side of Belgium B here, it seems. And the Seoul FC from QAF is not going to be enough. They needed that supporting combo from their teammates. But what can you do? I'm pretty sure this was Belgium's pick, right?
Yeah, Belgium's pick.
But yeah, that was a great pick from them. They looked really strong on that consistency. Oh, it looks like Belgium protected Nomad 2 and Poland protected BT3. I would imagine Poland got really strong scores on the BT finger control last week. Or Belgium just extremely weak on the finger control.
It looks like Belgium didn't pick it last week, but I have to think that Poland is feeling pretty shaken up. If they had looked at stats from last week, they did very strong on that Nomad 1, so they can show some very great consistency. And Belgium B seemed to really struggle on it last week, but they came through in this match and performed very well. So I can understand why it may be taking them a bit for their first pick, because that might have shaken them up a bit.
Yeah, the fact that it was Belgium that picked it, something they were strong at, is just going to add, as you said, to the mental toll that they might already be going through.
Looks like Poland is going into their first pick with a DT2.
Ooh, the speed pick. Almost, it should be like 210 BPM bursts. Like around that area.
All right. Yeah. Neither team played this map last week, it seems, so I'm really interested to see who it swings towards.
Yeah, and it is such a close seed difference as well. These maps could just go either way. As we're getting right into the map. Everyone gets to shake out their nerves for this little section. And now we're getting into the really bursty section. Everyone holding pretty solid accuracies. Poland definitely on the advantage now, as Raft's going to be finding a very early miss, so it shouldn't be too much of a big deal. That is the best accuracy on Belgium, though, so that will probably be a little more impactful.
Both teams still have 2 FCs. There was an early miss on Bombus as well over on Poland, so those misses were traded out. But very early in the map like that, it won't have a huge impact on that score compared to if they were to miss in the middle. But the accuracy score lead is really pushing that score over to Poland for now, especially with that double miss from Raf and Bonjour over on Belgium B.
Yeah, both of those players could not hit that linear section. It was a little too fast for their liking, as Poland's still holding strong with the triple, or near triple FC with the reverse choke on Bombas here. Bonjour going to be finding another drop. Not very comfortable on these bursty sections here, as they're going to be finding yet another drop. Bombas going to be finding that trade though, but that's not the break you want if you're on the side of Belgium. QAF though breaking, traded by Raf. That will be a little more impactful. 2 full combos remaining on each side.
Bombas did drop, so there's only 1 full combo left on each side. Zoki is seeming to struggle a little bit on some of these bursts, dropping some of their AC, dropping down to about 89%, while Aaron has that very high 93% accuracy. No full combos left on Poland now, so that score should start shooting over, but with only a quarter of the map left, they need to really hold on and build up their combos over on Belgium B if they want any chance of getting that score to swing, but there just may not be enough time.
I don't think there's enough time, yeah. They need just a disaster class to happen on the side of Poland here, and I don't really think that's going to happen with the recovery combos being built from Bombas and QAF. That really high combo from Zoki is not going to be enough here, as this will be a solid pick for Poland. QAF missing here, not really going to matter here, as Zoki going to be trading that last big combo on the side of Belgium B, as this point will be going over to Poland. Very solid pick from them. Looking so good on these scores here.
Yeah, all of them above 90% AC, yeah.
From Zoki, giving Belgium a fighting chance against a pretty insane team score from Poland, all things considered.
Yeah, that very strong player score on that. It's just when your team can't recover and build up their recovery combos, and it's a little bit harder to bring that score lead over to your side, especially when you struggle with AC a little bit and the other team seems to be able to hold that AC and combo. But still very impressive from Belgium B, even though Poland won that pick. Definitely looking like it's going to be a very close match.
Yeah, for sure. And Hardrock immediately going to be picked by the side of Belgium here. Maybe Poland wasn't too comfy on the Hard Rocks last week.
Looks like neither team went into the Hard Rocks last week.
Wow. What a coincidence. We only have their qualifiers to gauge any sort of comfortability on it. But that's what makes it more exciting here. This is going to be one of the faster maps in this pool here. 222 BPM. Some of these patterns get very fast. Very chokeable.
It is very easy to choke and miss on some of these patterns, especially if you're not used to the AR. Some of these players this may be their introduction to Hard Rock, being the Newcomers World Cup. Some of these players probably generally don't touch mods when they're playing single player. So if they're not used to the AR, if they're not used to the style of Hard Rock, then it's very easy to miss on some of these patterns.
Yeah, exactly. BPM and AR is a very dangerous combo for this map here. It is pretty fast.
Looking at qualifier results really quick, it looked like both teams seemed to struggle a little bit on that Hard Rock. Both teams seeding pretty low, but getting about a 2 mil overall and a 1.3 mil overall on Hard Rock respectively for both teams. So they seem pretty evenly matched on the Hard Rock. So I'm interested to see which team put in the practice and which team can cover their nerves as we get into this Hard Rock 2 pick.
Aaron's going to be finding that very early drop though. This map is actually OD 8.4 though, so it shouldn't be too hard to hack here. Aaron gonna be finding those very aggressive shakes here. But it is very high AR and high BPM, so I don't really blame them necessarily at all. Yak advantage here is honestly on the side of Belgium here with Zoki on that 96% accuracy, holding on to the FC still. But the
A
lead
drop
is
from
very
Aaron.
negligible.
A drop from Aaron is gonna possibly get that score lead growing a little bit. Both Dear Me and Aaron over on the side of Poland seem to be a little bit uncomfortable, whether that be from nerves or from hard rock. Both of them seem to have a little bit of a cursor shake. And with Zoki over on that 96, 97% accuracy and their teammates able to hold combo and above a 90% accuracy, that score lead is going to steadily grow.
Yeah, it looks like everyone going to be hitting that very fast Ki section, holding on to their combos. Belgium B's lead is going to be increasing ever so much as Aaron going to be finding another drop, and Dear Me also going to be dropping. That is a very bad full combo you want dropping if you're on the side of Poland, as Belgium B holding very strong with their FCs here. Dear Me going to be dropping yet again. Lead going to be going up over 200,000.
Both
001
Dear Me and Aaron not able to handle their shakes as we get into the middle of the map. Those drops towards the middle getting traded by Klaxo Queen over on Belgium B is going to cap their scores a little bit. But if they can get that recovery combo built back up, then maybe they have a chance. But it's looking very strong for Belgium B as they still have 2 full combos and strong accuracy, getting up into almost 300k score lead.
Yeah, 2 combos. 2 full combos from Belgium going to be carrying them over here, as the only full combo remaining on Poland on QAF is not going to be nearly enough. That Smith from Klaxo Queen I don't think will really matter that much. Everyone's shaking on this hard rock. No one's really comfortable on it at all. Ariane going to be finding a drop. Bonjour also going to be dropping. It's just the 2 full combos on QAF and Zoki. Zoki going to be carrying Belgium B to this win here, as we're getting to the very end of the map. No signs of dropping from Zoki or QAF. Dear Me going to be holding on to that recovery combo, but I don't really think it's going to matter much. You need Zoki to be missing here if you're on Poland's side. And since we're at the very end of the map, I don't think that's going to... Yeah, that miss from Zoki isn't going to matter at all. They held for enough, almost 900k. Oh, or exact? Well, actually, they did hit 900k.
A spin to win on a hard rock, getting exactly up into that 900k. QAF also with a very impressive score, that S rank 972k on that hard rock. Very strong from them, but it did go into the favor of Belgium B because they just didn't have the support they needed from their teammates. Nerves seem to be eating all of these players alive in this match right now, and I can see why. It's very close.
Yeah, for sure. Thankfully, Belgium B, Zuki had that supporting combo on the bottom right there. That held enough for them to take that point there. 100,000 difference.
I have to say, you can tell these teams put in the practice. Like, getting 900Ks when you're on teams that are seed 26, seed 23, still kicking it in lower bracket, and getting 900K on these hard rocks, that is scarily impressive.
Shout out to these players. They are really showing that effort does pay off with these really impressive scores on these hard rocks. Especially that hard rock one, though. That is a very fast map, and to be pulling up 900Ks in match 2 is pretty impressive.
I'm very curious to see what Poland goes into next. It seems like they did pretty good on that finger control DT3 last week. It seems like they did good on that big circle size Nomad 5, but we don't really have a perfect match for that in this match this week. And even though they did very well on that Nomad 5, Belgium B also did very good on that Nomad 5 next week. So they may be a little bit nervous to pick into that gimmick pick this week, especially since it's not the big circle size gimmick. And they will be going into that free mod 1.
We're going to be going into Peem by Amaristia. What are your thoughts on this free mod 1?
I actually
a player.
I thoroughly enjoy this free mod 1 this week. I think it has great accessibility for all mods. It's not like super challenging for only hard rock or super challenging for only hidden. It's even accessible for easy for the players that want to try out that mod in this tournament. Not only that, I find the map very enjoyable. It is mapped by Creep Crafting, who I generally enjoy her maps. But good song, great map. It works well in all mod combinations. So I'm curious to see mod combinations these teams pull out. It is hard rockable, and I have heard that it is playable on easy as well. Now, I'm not sure we'll see that easy hidden, but I'm curious to see if there'll be any overmodding. In my opinion, the easy multiplayer is still not enough to really justify it, but if for some reason they can do better on it than they can on hidden, then, you know,
Yeah, I don't see why not.
farm.
Yeah, it is indeed Aura Farm to be playing easy on these picks, especially if you just for sure think you can FC. You know, we're gonna be seeing Zoki on that hard rock and QAF on that hard rock. Those are very understandable, as they were the strongest hard rock players on each team, and on that hard rock 1.
We have the Moonshine over on Poland and VDST over on Belgium B on that hidden. No overmod on either team, which is the safest play. We have Bombus and Bonjour on that no mod, so we're looking for the most consistency from these no mod players. We have an early miss from VDST over on that hidden, which is not matched by anyone over on Poland. So that score lead is going to swing over to Belgium B, it looks like, actually, probably because of that accuracy.
Yeah, the accuracy on the side of Moonshine here. Not going to be holding on, as the accuracy advantage for VD on that hidden is going to be a lot bigger, as the lead is still on the side of Belgium. That miss from VD was below 200 combo, so it's not really that much of a big deal, as everyone else still holding on to the very solid accuracies. Moonshine going to be finding a drop though. That's going to be a very impactful drop for Belgium B here, as BTSC going to be trading it. The hiddens are really struggling on this pick. The accuracies on the side of the hard rocks and the no mods are very solid on each side. Bombus with a 99% on the no mod, looking super comfortable.
Yeah, this is the kind of consistency that we're looking for from these no mod players. You know, they don't have the added struggle from having a mod. The Moonshine on that hidden does drop. They seem to be very struggling over on that hidden, not able to get up into that high accuracy, now below 80%. Just overall not very comfortable, and with Bonjour on that no mod miss, the lead will swing over to Poland.
That is a very impactful miss from Bonjour here, as VDST gonna also be dropping here. 2 full combos remaining on the side of Poland. This was a great pick, as Zoki gonna be dropping the last full combo on Belgium B. That is gonna be solidifying this point for Poland, as the 2 full combos on their side are still holding very strong. 97% on the side of QAF on that hard rock here. 99% on Bombus. Both insanely strong scores on this free mod.
Yeah, this was a very good pick for them. Like, Bombus having 99% accuracy, 97% accuracy on that hard rock, you can tell that they put in the practice. Pushing up into that 1 mil up on that hard rock almost, just barely missing it, well into the 900k on Bombus. They secure that pick very convincingly.
What a score from QAF though, almost 1 million. That is crazy on that, especially on the hard rock. Belgium be pulling up a very solid efforts. It's just the combos at the end of the day were just not enough for Belgium, and Poland was able to bring out the win at the very end.
Going into the second ban phase, now that it's a tie and Poland did win that second or the 4th pick, that means that they get first ban in the second ban phase. I am curious to see if they ban that. Well, they can't ban the second hidden because we can't double ban. So, do you have any ideas on what they might ban?
I think maybe they might ban that hard rock too. Although, at this SR, I'm not sure how like comparable the hard rocks are, other than the fact that they are the same mod. But looks like they will be banning that hard rock too, as I originally predicted, which makes sense. Belgium B looked really, really strong on the hard rock one. And noticing the shakes from Poland, that ban makes a lot of sense. You do not want to be going into a precision map with heavy shakes. Belgium B gonna be holding on? Gonna be banning the DT1 though, that also makes a lot of sense. Granted that Poland were very competent on the speed side of DTs, and the approach rates is on the DT1 is on the faster end, but it's also a very consistency heavy DT1, which they both seem pretty evenly matched, I think. I guess the DT1, they just weren't very comfortable on it.
Yeah, it's one thing when your team is very comfortable on the consistency. It's another thing when the other team is also comfortable on that consistency, because it's no longer very comfortable if one of your teammates is feeling especially nervous on match day and feels like they could have that miss. When your opponent is also very consistent on those kind of maps, then you kind of have to account for the fact that they might freeway FC.
Ooh, Belgium gonna be going for the No Mod 5 rhythm gimmick, as one did ban the hidden 2, so this choice does make a lot of sense. This map though, it's very easily comboable. It's gonna come down to the accuracy, especially on such a short map, not even 2 minutes.
Yeah, when you have shorter maps like this, it can swing very fast. You need to make sure that your team is on top of it, shake out their nerves. You know, combo goes a long way in maps like this.
Yeah, for sure. It does. It will come down to a missed battle. But I do expect that the teams won't really struggle too much. It is pretty heavy on the finger control with some like doubles to sliders and very weird successions. I am curious to see how both teams will fare. I would imagine Belgium B practiced this one pretty heavily.
Yeah, especially with their Nomad 2 pick and with Poland protect Belgium Nomad 2 protect and Poland CT3 protect. It seems like they both might be very comfortable in that tapping, on that figure control. So I'm interested to see which team put in the practice on this map.
Yeah, for sure. And with such a close match, I would expect everyone to be putting in their A game, because this is the losers bracket, and any mistake will be crucial for the outcome of the match. Also, was that an early drop from Bombus?
Yeah, we did have early drops from
Bonjour.
Bombus and Bonjour, but so early in the map, it does not have any meaningful impact long game.
Yeah, the accuracy on the side of Poland for now, as they are all holding to pretty solid combos. Well, everyone holding on to the FC. It's just the accuracy is going to be carrying Poland, at least for now. Unless we see a couple misses on their end.
Yeah, Bonjour seeming to not be able to get the rhythm under their fingers very comfortably with that 76% accuracy. Zuki at the 90, Raphael at the 96. Poland just seems to be a little bit more comfortable on this map, with Bombas pushing back up into 90%, QAF in the 92, Aaron at the 92. So with no meaningful drops so far, that accuracy is what's going to be carrying Poland into their very short lead with only 1/3 of the map remaining already.
And this could still very much bring this over to either side. Belgium B is going to have to hope for one person on Poland to miss. The lead is very negligible. It's just... No, you can't be too sure, but everyone holding on to their combos Zoki gonna be dropping that full combo as well as Bonjour, and that will just be solidifying that pick for Poland, as Aaron gonna be dropping the full combo at the very end, but it's not really gonna matter here as everyone holding pretty solid scores on this. You can tell that everyone put on the practice as everyone only got one miss. But that score from Raf on Belgium B though, don't sleep on that score. 96% accuracy on this rhythm check of a map. It's
very
crazy.
impressive S rank.
Okay, it looks like that will be the first break points for this match. Poland's going to be able to run away with maybe their Protect. I would imagine them putting on the Protect after that performance on the No Mod 5. Just solidify that match point, I think.
Yeah, when you're pushing this late into the match, it's very important that you stay ahead. You don't want to trade a breakpoint back immediately because, you know, it just ties the match back up again. And
Yeah, for sure.
puts it back in their favor because they have the next pick, so they can pick into their Protect. So it's very important to stay ahead of the other team, especially this late. So I am expecting them to go into their Protect for sure. I'll be surprised if they don't.
Yeah, no, that would be a choice of all time, but I doubt it. They looked so comfortable. They looked so favorable on the DTs. I don't really see them not picking it, unless they were gonna go Daredevil mode and just pick another no mod. Imagine just pick the other team's Protect.
See, that's when you know that they're aura forming, or that they think that they didn't actually protect something they're good at. There are teams that are known to bluff and protect something that they have no intention of picking. But they did go into that Protect, which I would say that both of us agree is a very good choice from them.
Yeah, they looked super strong on the DTs, while Belgium were struggling a bit on that speed pick, as we're getting into a finger control heavy DT. It's a very fast map too, so 170 BPM. I do wonder though if Belgium's gonna pick after this, because I can say with certainty that they're not really favored on this pick. But we never know. They could pull a triple FC out of nowhere.
Look, this is a very straightforward DT3 this week, I feel, especially if you practice it. It can trip you up a little bit on sight read, but if you put in the practice, I feel like this could definitely be something that they had, like, tucked under their sleeve. So if they can pull this back, win Poland's Protect, that would swing heavily in their favor for this match.
Oh yeah, the motivation for Belgium through the roof if that happens here. But all we can do is watch and see if that happens. It's a very fast map, less than 2 minutes. Aaron gonna be wanting to shake off those nerves here on this DT. Pressure mounting to them a little bit as the lead is swinging towards Belgium early on here, but seems like that quickly corrected itself as Poland just running away with a small lead for now.
Both teams seem to be very shaky, whether that be from nerves or from not being comfortable on this map. There is a miss over on Klaxo Queen, and they seem to not be able to get that combo back underneath them. There was a match miss over on Aaron. With their shakes, it's so easy to shake off of some of these triples into these sliders, but that lead still is over on Poland.
Yeah, and it pretty heavily so, I would say, as the ACK advantage is pretty heavily in favor on the side of Poland. On the side of QAF's, what is that, 96% accuracy? Only being matched by 94% from Raf on the side of Belgium B here. Recovery combos are going to be on the side of Belgium for now, but the accuracy lead on the side of Poland is pretty much going to guarantee their pick here unless we see a huge drop from them, which, as we're nearing the end of the map, I don't see that happening.
Yeah, there was another miss from Aaron, so it did kind of limit them running away from their score. Bombus and Raphael missing at the same time, so that miss is traded out, but this late into the map, it does not matter. They'll be winning their Protect. Another miss from Bonjour right at the end of the map. They win their
Nail in
Protect
the
with about
coffin.
200k.
Yeah, very good score for Poland. QAF on the 1.1 million. Wait, that's 98.
Oh, that is 98%.
Wow.
98%, 1 mil S rank from QAF.
That is, what a crazy score.
Very impressive score from Poland. You can tell they were very comfortable on that pick.
Rafto with the 800k though, not too far behind, but it was not enough for Belgium to get that point. Poland is going to be on match points. I would imagine Belgium would want to pick their Protect here to stay alive, at least for now. Poland still has their last pick on the line here if they do end up losing the Nomad 2, which Belgium is going to be picking into.
Yeah, they immediately go into that Nomad 2. They likely had already been thinking about it when they saw Poland already go into their Protect. But, you know, rapid-paced picking, they don't give the enemy team any time to breathe, they don't give them any time to shake off their nerves, and as we've seen all match, everyone just has a case of the shakes today. It's such a high-stakes match. One of these teams will be getting knocked out because this is a lower bracket match, so nerves are at an all-time high. No one wants to go out of the tournament this early.
Yes, for sure, and looks like we're going to be going into a little bit of a timeout here, so it looks like some people didn't re-download the Nomad 2 after the map pack.
Yep, some players ran into the issue where Mapper was sleeping when Showcase went out, so the file was shared. And some players don't remember that after it gets uploaded, you need to re-download it. So cases like this, it leads to players in match showing no map, which, you know, it kind of gives off the impression that, well, maybe they didn't practice.
You know, that's a huge bluff tactic there. Just, oh, whoops! I gotta download the map. Whoopsies, my bad.
Yeah, the real bluff to shake up your the real bluff to shake up the enemy team is, you know, put in your practice, download all the maps, fill out your team sheet, and then day of, delete all the maps. Everything shows as no map. They have no idea whether or not you're sight reading.
Unless they snoop around MPs, which who would ever do that, right? That's silly.
That's silly. No one snoops around for MPs.
That's just uncalled for, to be honest. You know, I'm just saying.
This is your friendly reminder that you can make match history private. Very, very good when you're doing team practice. You don't want to give away some of that information. There are some teams out there, there are some team captains out there, there are some coaches out there that look for those MPs.
Yeah, it's just very important information. You gotta treat it like your social security number. Hide that stuff.
Yeah. Same importance.
Yeah,
don't share your SSN or your MP links with anyone. Be safe out there.
Yeah, stay safe, guys. Stay safe, guys. Stay safe.
This was mapped by Lenexus, and I will say this week, it is a very fun custom. I really like this map this week. It feels really comfortable. I enjoyed sight reading it. It's been fun to practice, and so I'm hoping that these teams had as much fun as I did practicing it, because Belgium, their place in this tournament lies on this map right now. They have to win.
Seems like Poland forgot that they had a timeout in place, so they still have a bit of time left to just get those nerves shaking out, calm down, get into this Nomad 2, throw your best shot at it. This is Belgium B's Protect, so they shouldn't worry too much. Just play the map. And for Belgium B, this is a very high pressure situation. They need this pick. It is crucial for them to win their Protect here.
During the timeout, some of these players were able to shake out their nerves, you know, hopefully able to get some of their shakes under control. Being a newcomers tournament, we do see a lot of shakes because this is, for a lot of players, this is their first experience in a tournament setting, and nerves just eat you alive, and you never get rid of them. You only just learn how to deal with them a little bit better.
Yeah, no. If you didn't have nerves, like, at all, I would question your state of being. But it seems like we have some real humans on this match, which is good to see.
Going right into this Nomad 2, Belgium B's pick, their Protect. So we're looking for some full combos from their side, we're looking for some strong accuracy from their side. No giant score lead this early into the map, just some accuracy making the lead swing back and forth. But it does seem to be creeping towards Poland very early.
Yeah, the accuracy advantage on the side of Poland here, as Bonjour and Zoki going to be on the low accuracy FCs here. And everyone on the side of Poland holding on to the very solid 90 plus accuracy for now, as all the players hit the first KI here. A little bit of a break section.
Yeah, looking like Belgium B wasn't able to fully get their nerves under control. Some of these streams just straight 100s for some of these players, which is really tanking their accuracy. Bonjour struggling to get back into that 80% range, while everyone on Poland very comfortably in the high 90s, low 90s accuracy, which is still pushing that score lead almost up into the 150k score lead.
Belgium needs a miss from Poland right now. Their livelihood on this tournament depends on it, but Poland looks so comfortable while Belgium is just full of nerves, unable to hold on that accuracy as we're getting to the last third of the map here. Full combo still intact for everyone here. The lead is just one miss away for Belgium. They need a miss right now before this last KI maybe.
You can tell the players are feeling it. Aaron has some insane shakes right now, but they are holding on to all of these streams. Very impressive. You can tell that these players do not want to lose. Both teams are fighting for their place in this tournament. Going into the last sliver of the map right now, and everyone is holding their combos. No one wants to let go of them, but that accuracy is just going to push it towards Poland as we get into the last bit of the map.
Zoki going to be breaking. It was too late in the map anyways.
2 misses, immediately traded out, does not matter this late. Poland will be winning that map and will be winning this match, knocking Belgium B out of Newcomers World Cup 2026.
Yeah, that was a good try from Belgium here, but unfortunately the consistency battle was won on the side of Poland here. I was honestly just surprised that Aaron held through some of those streams. I thought they were going to shake out. Shoutouts, Aaron.
Yeah, I was so sure that they were going to shake out of some of those streams in multiple maps, actually, but they held on. I'm telling you, like, who needs nerves of steel? Who needs nerves of steel when you can just control the shakes?
Yeah, 100% here. And good job to Poland here. They're going to be staying alive in the losers brackets as... Actually, who are they going to be facing in the next match? Have to look at the Chalong.
I do have to say, very strong showing from Belgium B. Like, you guys did so great. Don't let it get you down. Hopefully we see some of you guys next year for Newcomers World Cup, or we hopefully see you around in some of these other tournaments that go on. But don't let it get you down. Don't beat yourselves up too much. You guys performed very well. It was very fun seeing you guys play. very strong players on your team. Like, you guys have got some amazing Hard Rock players. Both teams have some amazing Hard Rock players. So I'm excited to see where Poland goes in this tournament. And I'm excited to see some of those Belgium B players pop back up, hopefully in some tournaments.
Yeah, Poland will be facing the loser of match 27, which is Ukraine A versus Philippines B. That'll be a very interesting match, so stay tuned for that one. Once again, as Slick said, very good job on you guys over at Belgium.